Good afternoon. The crime problem is on everyone's minds this election season. The ACLU says tougher punishment is not the answer, and they're using a new poll to make their case. News 13's Jackie Kent is live downtown at the ACLU offices. Jackie.
Kim, the ACLU is part of NM Safe, a civil rights coalition behind the survey. People who responded say there are other solutions besides prison.
We're hearing it everywhere ahead of the November election.
You hold convicted criminals who threaten society in jail.
Politicians sharing their stances on the crime problem.
We need more law enforcement officers. We need much better collaboration.
But NM Safe, a coalition of statewide civil rights groups, says voters already know how they want their elected officials to tackle the state's crime problem.
Folks really believe that it's just good, sound policy to have rehabilitation and not punitive approaches to reforming our criminal justice system.
Gabe Sanchez, the principal of the survey firm Latino Decisions, says those findings of more treatment instead of prison time come from a new poll that reveals overwhelming support for criminal justice reform in New Mexico.
A third of New Mexicans indicate that they themselves have been a crime victim, right? So this is very personal to a lot of folks.
In NM Safe's report, it states that 74% of people, including victims of crime, support sending people with drug addictions to rehab instead of prison, as a way to help prevent repeat criminal offenses. But Sanchez says no matter how the question was posed to the 500 registered voters, people supported treatment over stiffer sentences.
And we were essentially looking at what might cause people to really want to see more people put behind bars. What about violent criminals, serious criminals, etc.? Same outcome is holding across the data.
Just last month, the state's top cop said he doesn't believe treatment works for everyone, that some people just can't be rehabilitated.
I believe in treatment. I think there's a place for that. But at some point, you're not amenable to treatment. That's most of the people in prison.
As for how this poll might influence the voting behavior of New Mexicans,
76% of the sample indicates that seeing an elected official who would embrace more funding for mental health programs to rehabilitate people who have been convicted of a crime.
NM Safe has a roadmap it plans to present at the next legislative session. They say their priorities they plan to bring up to the legislature in January include reentry, reintegration, and sentencing, among others. Kim, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Jackie. Now, this comes on the heels of the ACLU's proposal to cut prison sentences by as much as 80%. They plan to also bring that to the legislature in January.